Witam ponownie w kolejnym odcinku. Jedziemy dalej. Zobaczymy, co teraz. Pan Calvin poleciał.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Okej. Tu nic nie ma.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Okej. O. Nie no, te mechanizmy to są piękne. O, motylek. Kurde, prawie jak... Coś było w takim filmie też, nie pamiętam jak się nazywał ten film.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
No, a ty się jakoś zmieściłaś, ty. O, jesteśmy u tej gwiazdy.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
So creepy. Kill me, human.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
No ja też nie wiem. Dobra, Barbara. 16 lat. Poczytajmy jej historię.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
O.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara
O
Finch.
kurde, jakie fajne.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
O Jezus Maria.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
Whoa.
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
A ty.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Żeby to wiedział, co
20
zrobić
minutes
dalej.
later, Rick hadn't returned.
Ale fajne, podoba mi się.
So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
Pięknie
She
poprowadzona historia.
reached for the music box.
Mogę grać? Mogę grać! Jaki cel
And as she
shading
wound
komiksowy.
the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
O Jezu, i ta muzyka. Michael Myers.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
O nie! Dobra, mam się czym bronić. Ale jest fajne, piękne, podoba mi się.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Gdzie jesteś, Rick?
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
O ty gnoju!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him
Co za
out,
gnój.
but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Tak,
Barb.
kurde.
Have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah!
What the fuck?
Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Ja pierdzielę. Okej. Co tam się dzieje? Wow.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Zostaw mnie.
And where he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Dobra, ja tutaj byłem,
Okay,
tutaj.
Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Ja pierdzielę. A mu teraz strzelę w ryj.
The door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
A masz. Dobrze ci tak.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Jakie dobre.
The hookman had vanished.
Kurde, gdzie on jest?
She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
No mocno się wczułem.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Za mną! Za tobą!
Oh dear.
The
What the
monsters
fuck?
had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night.
Aha.
And little Walter? hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear.
What?
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Ear. Ty tricky motherfuckerze. O kurde. To była dobra historia, to mi się podobało.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Ej, to było dobre. Wiesz, więcej takich. Szkoda, tylko tak 10 minut to trwało. Aha, dobra, muszę wyjść tutaj. Tam była szafeczka.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
No. To co, na dół po near ear. Okej. To do piwnicy. Nienawidzę piwnic. Już od pierwszego lajersa. Mam złe wspomnienia. Pyk. Idziemy. Czy jest jakieś światło? Dzięki. Ej, to nie tak wyglądało. A nie, dobra, to jest dobrze.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Okej.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Kurde, ledwo co widać.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
No, otwórz się.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Jak Rick tego nie zobaczył? Nic nie widzę. Dobra, coś widzę.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Jakiś bunkier. Okej. A co tutaj? Introwertyczny domator. Walter. A to ten, co widział tej Barbary. No to on długo dożył, nawet.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
30 lat.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
4 dni jeszcze jest.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stop. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting.
Ja pierdzielę,
Or
2005.
maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Masakra. Ktoś musiał przynosić to
It's
jedzenie.
been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting.
Okej.
I have to leave while I still can.
Ale gdzie ty chcesz iść?
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara
A,
and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
o!
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
Ale że co?
I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month.
Co ty chcesz, żeby cię
Or a
pociąg
single
przejechał?
week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Mhm. Dobra.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Ale też widzę, ta gra jednak będzie krótka. No to szybkie są historie.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Kurde. No smutno, no.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Dobra, jest dziurka.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Tu widzę wyrzucać śmieci, chuj.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Jezu. Chyba muszę sobie rozjaśnić trochę tę grę potem.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
No. Pociąg go przejechał.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Ale ładnie.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
A tu co się
But
stało?
I thought you should know about your family.
Do kogo ty piszesz, kurde?
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Na pewno się na końcu dowiem, do kogo pisała.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Nic tu nie ma. Nie. Jest to drzewo.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
O właśnie, o! To jest ciekawe. Najpierw budują cmentarz, ale
It's
nawet domu nie
embarrassing for me
skończyli.
to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Aha, to jest dla zwierzaków.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Wow. Kotek. To. Yeah.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Nice.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Musi być tak rozmazane?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
To jest stary dom. Okej.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
No przeżyłaś, czyli się jej udało, nie?
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
To domek na drzewie.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
O kurde, ona jest w ciąży. Czyli to jest syn. Syna pisze. No i wszystko jasne.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
No zobaczymy.
They were both pretty intense.
Oho, czyli jakiś myśliwy. Tu nic nie ma. Pewnie tam.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
I weteran jeszcze wojenny.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
No kurde, ty byś się czuła komfortowo przy zabitej tej łani? Ale kozak.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. What? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Mhm.
It's too early, Dad. Okay.
No chodź.
Perfect.
Aha, musiałem zdjęcie zrobić.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
O!
Aw.
Tu nic.
Nothing quite like being outside.
Hold.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Szukam.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin.
O.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad,
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination.
No to już jest... Jak nie chcę, to po co ją zmuszać?
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Mm.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
some-
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Wow! No i masz za swoje. It's normal. You normally died.
of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Sam był słaby, nie podobało mi się. A tu co mamy? O.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
No, otwieraj. O nie, jakieś dziecko. Ile latek? Ile? Roczek? Nie no, ja nie wiem, dobrze patrzę, roczek? 1916, 1917, no tak, roczek. Nie, 1976, 77.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
No, ja jestem dzieciakiem.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Woo! Boom. Jestem mistrzem.
Bath time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
No, tak się dziecka nie zostawia samego.
Hello?
Jeszcze takiego młodego.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
Ale fajnie.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination.
Woo! Pływać! Aha, mogę się teraz pewnie od niego odbić, co?
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
No ty, ale to może mnie wyciągnij.
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
No i mnie zostawiła.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
O nie.
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory.
What
About
the
everything.
fuck?
But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay.
No i się utopił.
Love, Sam. Niedużo już ich zostało.
To co, jeszcze jednego i kolejny odcinek. Gus.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
O kurde, jakiś buntownik.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
O, ale fajne.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I remember.
Mhm. Okej, no i co teraz? Wow.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
O.
The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power, but all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Aha. Wow.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Okej. No to przesrane.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Dobra. Tu skończymy. I widzimy się w kolejnym odcinku. Cześć.